This is an over-the-top response. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I bring you an update on the Kyrie Irving controversy surrounding quote-unquote anti-Semitic posts that he made, or at least one post that has been deemed as offensive on Twitter. Now, he has been made to pay $500,000 to the ADL, not to the NBA, not to the Brooklyn Nets, who he plays for, but to the Anti-Defamation League. Now, you know who these guys are. You've seen them before. I've covered them in videos before. Remember an incident from a while back where they said that this sign right here, the OK sign, was a symbol of white supremacy, of white power? Well, the ADL has that on their website. And I'm not making it up. Let's go ahead and put it on the screen right now so you know who we're talking about when we say the ADL. These are the guys that Kyrie Irving had to pay $500,000 US to. Okay? So you see it right here. It says ADL, OK hand gesture. And you see the little image right there, maybe kind of small on your screen. But they're saying the three fingers that you have held up, aside from your index and your thumb, the three fingers held up, that means that that's the W in white power. And your index and your thumb in the loop make the top part of the P. And then your forearm makes the stem of the P. So you have white power. This is a real thing, okay? So it says this is a racist hand sign. These are the guys that Kyrie Irving had to give $500,000 to. Not just him, but also the Brooklyn Nets, because they moved a while ago. Anyway, the reason they're giving the money is going to go toward causes and organizations that work to eradicate hate and intolerance in our communities. So what does our communities mean? Who are we talking about exactly? We're talking about Brooklyn, New York City. We're talking about certain racial groups, ethnic groups. Who are we talking about exactly? I don't really know. But that is the update. And there's a long, there's like a whole essay as far as a statement. I'll link to that in the box. Maybe I'll read it a little bit later. But let's just press forward here. Now, why is all this happening? What exactly did Kyrie Irving do? That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. Now, all Kyrie Irving did was post a documentary on his Twitter called From Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America by Ronald Dalton Jr. And I'll link to that in the box if you want to see it for yourself, because maybe you want to make a decision for yourself. Hey, is that really a racist book? Is that really a racist movie? Why can't I decide for myself? And there's the book cover right there. You see it right there on the left-hand side. This is the book. Okay. So that's going on there. And all he did was just post it. He didn't say anything about it. He didn't make any comments about any ethnic group. He said nothing. All he did was post it. But some people think that that book and movie has anti-Semitic tropes in it. So just because he posted it, that means that he is an quote-unquote anti-Semite as well. Amazon are not anti-Semitic for hosting the book and streaming a documentary on Amazon Prime. They are not anti-Semitic for doing that. But Kyrie Irving is a bad guy for posting the book on his Twitter page. If I go to a library and pick up a book and I'm reading it, are you going to call me a racist reading the book in a library? How does that make any sense? If the book is so bad, if the movie is so bad, why do I have access to it in the library? Okay. It's not my fault that it's right there. Now, I think what's going to happen now is they're going to try to ban this particular book, but unfortunately, it's #1 bestseller in Black African-American demographic studies right there on Amazon. So how are you going to ban that? A lot of preachers and Black persons across America, they preach from this particular book. They bring the book up and they read from it. Okay. A lot of Black male pastors read from that book. People have this book and movie in their households. So how are you really going to eliminate that? It doesn't make any sense. Now, let's go back and talk about the reaction. Now, of course, Adam Silver is the NBA commissioner, and you know pretty much what his name sounds like, so you already know what time it is. He came out and made a statement about this whole thing. That's him right there. You see him, Adam Silver. Okay, interesting, right? NBA commissioner. But anyway, that's Kyrie Irving right there, of course. And his statement is, I'm disappointed that Kyrie Irving has not offered an unqualified apology and more specifically denounced the vile and harmful content contained in the film he chose to publicize. And then the subhead says, Adam Silver on Irving posting an anti-Semitic film and book on social media. Okay. Again, throughout all of this, throughout all the negativity toward Kyrie Irving, nobody says exactly what about the book and movie is anti-Semitic. They just say it's anti-Semitic and we got to accept it without any question. I think that's whack. That's the wrong way to go about it. Give me a reason why this book is so bad. Give me a reason why I shouldn't be able to even post it. Should I be able to read it? There's all kind of books out there that are deemed as offensive. Why can't I read those books? Now, some are going to try to say, hey, ABL, what about y'all? You guys on the Republican side, you guys are trying to ban books from school. Well, I don't think children should be exposed to sexually explicit content, okay? Adults should be able to read or view sexually explicit content, but not kids, okay? If you are in the 4th grade, why is there a book about gay sex in your library? Why should you have access to that at such a young age? That didn't make any sense. Okay, keeping pornography away from children is something that everybody would agree on, unless you are somebody that should go to jail right now. Okay, maybe you need to go to the penitentiary or in the graveyard, but I'm getting too graphic. Anyway, I think most normal adults around the world would say it's okay to keep sexually explicit content away from children. However, we're talking about adults. Why can't I read this book about some Black history that someone may deem as anti-Semitic? Why can't I do that? Why can't I post it? Why? Because you're going to be offended? What did I do that was offensive? Kyrie Irving's not an offensive person. He has said that he respects all races, that he loves everyone. He's not a hateful person. So why is he being attacked in this way? Maybe because you can't say certain things or do certain things to or that make certain people feel offended. But why? Why can't I? I don't really care who you are. You might get offended at what I say. That's like the whole thing about comedy being dead. Oh, you got these guys over there. You can't talk about them and them and them and them. It's like, okay, well, why not? I mean, if we're all going to be equal here, then why? Let's be equal. I'll talk about you and criticize you the same way I'll talk about them and criticize them. I don't really care what ethnic group you're part of, what race you're part of, your gender identity. I don't care about none of that. You're still going to get an equal amount of criticism or questioning as everybody else. And that's just that. I don't really care about nothing else. It's not about no hatred. It's not even about that. But a lot of people don't see it the same way. Here is Shaq on Inside the NBA, if I'm not mistaken, talking about Kyrie, calling him an idiot and everything else, while at the same time saying that Kyrie is somehow the bad guy. I probably can't play the video of this, but I'll play the audio. I'll link to the video and audio, of course, in the description box below so you can see it and read it there for yourself.
All over social media. Do you ever put something out there, Shaq, that does not represent something that you feel?
I was probably one of the first guys on Twitter. And when I realized the power it had, I knew I had to be very responsible. Followers, platform, whatever you call it, I knew I had to be responsible. I try to make people happy. I try to make people smile. My formula has always been the same: 60% to make you laugh, 30% to inspire you, and 10% whatever I'm selling. You have to be aware of what you're doing, and you have to be aware that sometimes when you put stuff out, not everybody's gonna like it. Some people are conscious, some people are not. I can tell he's not conscious. He doesn't really care what's going on. But us, I know that the game that we used to love and we promote, it brings people together. And it hurts me sometimes when we have to sit up here to talk about stuff that divides the game. Now we got to answer for what this idiot has done. I stand for equality of all people. I've always been like that. Don't matter what religion, no matter where you're from. I could say shalom, salam alaikum, ni hao, sebon, because that's how I was raised. So I don't really want to sit up here and answer questions for what he's done. If you're looking at me, it's my job to make people happy. I can't speak for him and, answer for what he's doing. It's obviously by his answers and the way he answers, he doesn't really care.
Chuck.
The thing is, what did he say? All he said was he just posted the video on his Twitter. That was it. And he said the exact same thing that Shaq said as far as loving everybody, being raised in a more diverse area. They're both from New Jersey. Kyrie Irving and Shaq both from Jersey. So I just don't really understand. Like, they said the same thing, but somehow Kyrie Irving is the bad guy. Shaq is the good guy for defending the people that can't defend themselves. I think they could defend themselves pretty well, quite frankly, because we see what's going on with Kanye West. You say a certain thing about certain people, and then they want to just remove you from the internet. They want to deplatform you from everything, take away your bank and all that, you know. So I think they can defend themselves pretty well. I don't think that's really the problem. And in this case, it's an overreach. I can understand if people say a certain thing and you're offended and you want to react, but what did Kyrie Irving say? And as a matter of fact, I'm not quite sure that I've actually played that part of the clip, or I've played this right here. This is all that Kyrie Irving did. I'm going to play the first part of this and then a little bit more so you can see exactly how kind and respectful that Kyrie Irving really is.
And it's a title given to Christ, Philippians 2:11. And my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on to Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night.
So that's all he did. Went on Amazon Prime, searched it, put it on his platform, and now it's all kind of backlash. He's paying $400,000 to the ADL. He's got to apologize and all kind of stuff. All over posting the things on Amazon Prime. But that documentary is still on Amazon Prime. They're still able to make money from it on Amazon Prime. So was the book. They can make money from the book as well on Amazon Prime. Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. Where is the heat toward Jeff Bezos for hosting the book if it's so bad and it's so offensive? Maybe it's not so bad and offensive, and that's why it's on the platform. But some people don't like Kyrie Irving already because of the whole anti-vax stance, number one. And then number two, he just wants to think for himself. He's getting a little bit too deep into some education, a little bit too deep into just not being some kind of dumb jock that won't go broke after he's done playing basketball 2 years later. Maybe he's going down that road and they don't want that. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to put it out there because why not be mad at Jeff Bezos? And Washington Post has some nerve writing a hit piece against Kyrie Irving. Meanwhile, Washington Post is owned by Jeff Bezos, who also owns Amazon. So how are you going to be a library writing a hit piece against someone who got the book from your library? You see what I'm saying? Amazon is a library. Kyrie Irving gets the book from Amazon, and then Amazon attacks Kyrie for getting the book from Amazon. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. But it does make sense in the context of, hey, we got a certain guy that's out here just doing a little bit too much digging, a little bit too much of an independent thinker. We don't like that. We don't like the whole anti-vax stance. He's kind of a guy that's a superstar. He's a role model. We can't have that going on. Be like LeBron James, be politically ignorant, go out there, vote Democrat, and just shut up about it. That's what it looks like to me. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here with Kyrie Irving? Is this an attempt to get him just to shut up and not say much, go out there, play basketball? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think you should be able to criticize anyone and everyone. I'm not a racist person. I'm not a hateful person. I treat everybody the same. If you deserve criticism, if you deserve questioning, I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter. You can't tell me this group is protected and I can't say anything about them or question them or just do anything that they may deem as offensive. That's not right. You're trying to censor me. You're trying to control me. And Kyrie Irving didn't even do anything. All he did was just post the documentary about something that was unrelated to the whole idea of Jewish people. It wasn't even about them. It's about black people. Now, if Jews get mentioned in there, so what? If a white person or white people got mentioned in there, that wouldn't be a bad thing. If whites get mentioned, criticize them. Blacks get mentioned, criticize them. Let's be able to criticize everyone equally and not leave anybody out, because wouldn't that be actually racist? I think so. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.